Tribute, in memory of General Shegow, a hero tragically silenced. We belong to God and to Him we shall return. The sudden death of General Shegow Ahmed Ali, may Allah grant him mercy, has left a profound sense of shock and suspicion in its wake. Enveloped in uncertainty, the details of his arrest, prolonged detention, and the ensuing unjust verdict have ignited widespread concern and skepticism. Beyond his military role, General Shegow was revered as a visionary leader within his community. His pivotal work as a unifier and advocate for the rights of the marginalized Jerwane community, a silent majority in Somalia, distinguished him as a guiding light in the pursuit of peace and justice. Emerging boldly from the shadows of conflict and terrorism, he dedicated himself wholeheartedly to reconciliation and equity. His journey was not only remarkable but also transformative, marking him as an essential force for change, yet tragically, a hero silenced far too soon. I write these words as a concerned Somali citizen and as someone who had the honor of knowing Shegow and sharing a meaningful friendship with him. I first met him on Saturday, September 22, 2012, under the blazing sun in the open plains of Garsail village, between Johar and Kalamo, where he led 250 young men, all former Al-Shabaab fighters, away from the front lines of terrorism and into the hands of the Somalia government. I was there in my capacity as a public information officer, PO, with the AUUN Information Support Team, helping organize the historic event that marked a turning point in Somalia's fight against extremism. We were joined by colleagues from the UN, AMISOM officers, Somali government officials, and journalists. The day was filled with emotion, hope, pride, and a quiet sense that perhaps Somalia was witnessing the rebirth of redemption. The 250 fighters, led by Shegow, surrendered to joint SNA and AMISOM officials, handed over their weapons, and committed themselves to joining the army of the Somalia government. They were immediately relocated to Masla military camp in northern Mogadishu, where they were received by then Minister of Defense Honorable Hussein Arabisi and then Minister of Security Honorable Abdisamad Molan Mohamud. They were registered, rehabilitated, and retrained for national service and joined the front line to fight terrorists. This was no small act. At the time, no one dared to confront extremist groups, let alone convince hundreds to defect. It was an act of extraordinary courage, leadership, and profound patriotism done by Shegow. What followed should have been a national success story. Shegow quickly rose through the ranks of the Somali National Army. He became a brilliant commander, respected for his discipline, strategic mind, and steadfast moral integrity. His fighters, drawn largely from the historically marginalized Jerwane, Bantu Somali, community, were fearless and effective, liberating key territories from terrorist control. To my knowledge and as a close friend, General Shegow was more than a military man. He was a statesman in uniform. He dreamed of a Somalia where no citizen would be judged by their ethnic lineage, where every Somali, regardless of clan or ethnicity, would be treated equally in the eyes of the state and the law. His ambition extended beyond military success. He envisioned a Somalia grounded in fairness, dignity, and justice. In a grief-stricken response to the death of General Shegow, Professor Mohammed Omar Dalha expressed, "It is a profound anguish that grips our hearts, tears cloud our eyes, some of us mourn while others celebrate." This poignant reflection highlights the deep sorrow and contrasting reactions at a time when the Somali government has remained notably silent. Professor Dalha, a distinguished senior politician from the Jerwane community, has served the nation in various capacities, including Deputy Speaker of Parliament, MP, Minister, and Acting President. His words not only underscore the emotional weight of this moment but also highlight the complex tapestry of responses that such a significant loss evokes. General Shegow spoke softly but led boldly. He was intelligent, humble, and principled, a man who inspired trust in his men and commanded respect from communities, elders, and the Somali people in general. He treated all with decency and upheld the belief that Somalia can only be successful when no community is made to feel half-human. But his dreams made him a target. With his safety compromised, he fled to Uganda, spending 2 years in exile under threat from elements within the previous administration of President Mohamed Farmajo. In 2022, with a new president in office, Shegow returned, believing perhaps that his country was ready for healing. Instead, he was met with betrayal. He was attacked at his home, arrested under unclear accusations, tried in obscurity, and eventually died in custody under highly suspicious circumstances. He was treated as if his loyalty, service, and sacrifice meant nothing, just because of the ethnic background he came from. If Somalia president wants to heal the wounds, he should release the soldiers detained alongside Shegow, initiate an independent investigation into the circumstances surrounding his death, recognize Shegow for who he was, a national hero, and give his community the respect they are long overdue. His death leaves stains on the nation and deepens the already deepened division among the different communities in the country. His life and legacy will remain a national lesson, regardless of who loved him and who hated him. May Allah forgive him, widen and lit his grave with light, and grant him the highest level of paradise, Jannatul Firdaus. May he rest in peace. May he rest in paradise. Amin. By Abubakar al-Badri.